It's that time again. It's baseball on Sunday afternoon, the last one of the season that you'll get at this time block. That's for good reason. A week away, the playoffs. The Batavia Muckdogs, though, will still have to finish things up here at Dwyer, and who they'll be taking care of is the Niagara Ironbacks, visiting on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here, July 19th. And we're underway with the lineups in the background. And again, my name is Grayson Natalia. Alongside me, color commentator Jarrett Campbell. We're on air and we're live, and we'll do it how we always do things on the broadcast. Jarrett, how you doing on this beautiful afternoon?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for baseball. I'm glad to have you back, too. You've been gone for a little bit. And for right now, the playoffs are getting closer and closer, and the impact is becoming more and more important right now. Elmira, Auburn, Olean, and Niagara are all fighting for that 3 to 4 spot, and the Batavia Muckdogs are trying to hold their first place against the Tarp Skunks. Every game matters right now as we're nearing the end of the season.
We can always just look ahead in a week and get excited, but again, it's not over till it's over. Every number still has a chance, except for a few, but you know,
for a few, some at the
it's
bottom.
it's still a hard-fought battle till the very end, and it won't be done until the final out is called. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll stick with what we know, and what we know is today's lineups. We'll take you through that. The lineups are brought to you by Tompkins Bank of Castile. And the first three for the Batavia Muckdogs, it's center fielder Jalen David, shortstop Jackson Inman, third baseman Evan Brock. The other three for the Ironbacks, second baseman Carter Shin, Jordan Gallo, right field, catcher Connor Gatens. Next four is Braden Rain at right field, extra hitter Glenn Brooks, second baseman Cooper Russell, and catcher Cooper Romick. First baseman Josh Bullock, designated hitter Kieran Cutler, extra hitter Anderson Fedwick, and shortstop Cooper Martin for the next four for the Ironbacks. Continue with the Ironbacks. It's left fielder Josh Bushin, center fielder Wes Thompson, third baseman Devin Medor, and the final three for the Muckdogs. It's first baseman Jalen Roque, designated hitter Mason Davey, left fielder Kyle Vaughn. And on the mound for the Batavia Muckdogs, it's number 25, Bama, Gavin Chandler. And on the opposite side for the Ironbacks, it's Cal Noonan. So we'll just stick with what you got there. We'll come right back and dive a little deep into the lineups for today, but we got to go through the national anthem, and we'll return when we're ready. We'll see you then. Ready and set we are for today's matchup. Again, it's the Ironbacks visiting Dwyer Stadium, taking on the Batavia Muckdogs here on this wonderful, beautiful Sunday afternoon. We already went through the lineups for both teams. We'll continue where we left off and take a little deeper close of a look at what we've got. So again, with the lineups, all we know is Bama's got the starting nod here on the mound. For Bama University of Southern Wesleyan, redshirt junior, Alabaster, Alabama. It's key. That might give you a hint on why he's nicknamed Bama, but a left-handed pitcher sitting at 6 foot, 220 pounds. And the stats right now on screen, 3.52 ERA, allowing 42 hits, 16 runs, 15 of those being earned, with 38 and 1/3 innings pitched, with 27 strikeouts. And he also comes in on a 4-1 record. This will now go down as his 9th appearance and 7th start, leading the team for the Muckdogs in starts this season.
And Bama's going to be facing a team that's obviously looking for a playoff spot, but they're not really known for their hitting right now. In terms of runs, they are at bottom of the league with 195 hits, 10th and 289. He has given up a lot of hits these few games because he's had to face the Jamestown Tarp Skunks so many times. This time, it will be a different story going against a team that's obviously fighting for a playoff spot, but they're not showing their hitting right now. So he's got an opportunity to take control of this game.
Before we get any further with that as well, we'll just show you and remind you who's out there on defense. Gavin Chandler, of course, on the mound. At catcher, Cooper Romick. Jalen Roque for your first baseman. Second baseman, Cooper Russell. Shortstop, Jackson Inman. And third, Evan Brock. For your outfield, left to right is Kyle Vaughn, Jalen David, and Braden Reyna. So at least for me, I know you said Cooper Romick made an appearance last game, but he's back in the lineup for the first time before me, I guess. So it's nice to see that players are eventually coming back from their injuries. Glenn Brooks, again, is in the lineup today, only hitting. We still need to see him out there and get work and reps in the outfield, and I think they're just making sure he's ready to go come playoffs because at least for the Muckdogs, they're locked in.
And right now the last question is there's only one player that we're still waiting on. That's Joey Socorro. He still has that groin injury, and we'll keep seeing if he's ready for that playoff time because before he got injured, he was one of the hot batters on this team.
He really was. That course of the game where he was he went 3 of 5 and then 3 of 4, accumulating 8 RBIs in just 2 games. That was an impressive streak, and of course, that game following that 2 matchups was Jamestown, the one which he got hurt, and he was already starting off to a great start there. But first pitch for Gavin Chandler is strike 1. And up to the box for the Ironbacks, it's number 5 second baseman, Carter Shin.
Yep, and Shin has played in 16 games and started in 15 with a .255 batting average, 51 at-bats, 13 hits, 9 runs, 2 doubles, and 3 RBIs.
Just missing it low, pushes the count 1-1. Two-one count. So that's inside. The 2-1 proves well for Chandler. It's 2-2. The 2-2 is now full count. So first batter faced for Gavin Chandler reaches full count. The full count payoff is down in the bottom right, but a little too low, and it's ball 4. So a walk for the leadoff man for the Ironbacks puts 1 on. It brings up right fielder number 12, Jordan Gallo.
As Gallo is the leader in terms of the team in batting average with a .451 batting average. He's played in 30 games, starting 25 with 82 at-bats, 19 runs, 37 hits, 2 doubles, a home run, and 23 RBIs.
First pitch a little too high, couldn't get it to sit down. But Gallo coming in, hometown of Mississauga, Ontario. I'm 100% mispronouncing that. It looks like Mississippi, but it's Mississauga or something. Standing at 6'2", 190 pounds, as that's in for strike one. With a 1-1 count, Gavin Chandler's set. Looking over at first, does a pickoff attempt. Won't be able to get shin. So again, the count stays 1-1.
The last time we saw Chandler was against the Jamestown Tarpskunks in that 6-5 loss. He had 5 innings pitched, allowed 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them being earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Kind of struggled that game, but he's hoping to go against a team right now to get back in that momentum with a team that's not really the best at hitting in the season.
2-1 count, again, too high. Gallo, though, from Connors State College. Over there, he played very well. Batting average of a .337 with 11 home runs as he lines this over the head of second. All the way to center. Jalen David runs past the ball for a second, able to find it and locate it, but it's a little too late as Shin able to advance to third.
And even though rain happened yesterday, this grass is still a little bit dry. You're going to see a lot of awkward bounces happen in this play. It was even happening in Olean, the game that you weren't here. A lot of weird bounces on the grass, something to keep an eye on as the game goes on.
So the 2-1 count, Gallo goes swinging, driving that over to center field. Jalen David, a little miscommunication or miscalculation as that's a little bloop over to left. Caught, tag up at home. The throw from Kyle Vaughn, cut off by Chandler, and it's 1 run, an RBI sac fly for Connor Gatens.
And that was Evan Brock who cut it off, not Gavin Chandler.
Oh, thank you for that correction.
Yep.
I guess I'm getting back into the swing of things, really.
Yeah. We've had 2 days where we both did our own broadcast. You did the one in Jamestown, I did the one in Olean. First day where we're back together, we'll get the hang of it.
But again, the little blooper over to left field from number 11, Connor Gatens, brings in the first run. Jordan Gallo still over on first base, 1 out, and it brings up first baseman number 22, Josh Bullock, in the cleanup position in the batting order. He'll take strike 1 looking on the inside.
And Bullock has played in 27 games, starting in 21. .333 batting average, 63 at-bats.
That's lined past second, a hop over to right, and it's a single for Bullock. Just getting underneath Cooper Russell and can't stay in front of it. It puts another man on for the Ironbacks. I don't want to cut you off, but we'll turn back to it. But I want to mention is you are right. With it being so dry, we had that torrential downpour yesterday everywhere across upstate New York. I can tell you back in my house it was raining cats and dogs, and here it's dried in the blink of an eye because of how sunny it's been this morning. And you can visibly see that it is pretty dry out there on the sand, and it was taking weird hops. I mean, Cooper Russell didn't really have an angle for that. That was perfectly placed between first and second, but this ball is going to have a lot of momentum if it gets down in the dirt really hot off the bat. But that's fouled off for designated hitter number 23, Kieran Cutler. Right.
Must have been a little up high.
I don't know about that one. 1-1. That was right over the plate. But I guess, yeah, just a fraction too high.
As Cutler played in 24 games and started 19 with a .317 batting average, 63 at-bats, 14 runs, 20 hits, 5 doubles, 2 home runs, and 17 RBIs.
As that's chopped over to third, put out second in time, to put out first in time. A double play for the Batavia defense. They only let up 1 run, and they close it out on a good note. So that might be able to get them back in the swing of things. More or less did miss yesterday's matchup. It was close. They still got the win. But, you know, little time between me visibly watching them, but again, it doesn't really matter who's watching them. They're still going to get it done in the end, and we'll see if they can continue off right here in the bottom of the first when we come back.
Order for the Batavia Muckdogs.
Feeding the pack.
Gotta feed the pack.
Go dogs.
Go dogs.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
The bottom of the first, we'll take a look at the Ironbacks defense. It's Cal Noonan on the mound for the Ironbacks. He'll get the starting nod for today's game. At catcher, it's Connor Gatens. First base for the Ironbacks will be Josh Bushin. Second baseman, Carter Shin. Then third, Devin Mador over at short, Cooper Martin. Left to right for your outfield, starting in left, Josh Bushin. Excuse me, I made a first base, Josh Bullock. Josh Bushin over in left field, center fielder Wes Thompson, and right fielder Jordan Gallo. So leading things off here for Batavia, center fielder number 50, Jalen David. No one else gets it done quite like him when it comes to leading things off, and we'll see if we get the usual order that we get.
He's been the leadoff man basically every single game unless he was injured in that little bit. And he's for good reason. He's playing 32 games, starting in 32 with a 342 batting average, 114 at-bats, 38 runs, 39 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, and 16 RBIs. And we can't always forget about the 37 stolen bases he has.
As that's driven over to short, scoop, the throw, and a put out early for the Ironbacks defense. Jalen David just sending a grounder straight over to Cooper Martin, able to make the first put out. It brings up number 2 shortstop Jackson Inman. Inman from Damascus, Maryland, College of Richmond University, standing at 6'2", 200 pounds. And he's second in the batting order with 1 out. We'll see if he can get anything going, get the first hit for the Muckdogs.
He leads the team in the average with a 414. He's played in 29 games and starting those 29, 99 at-bats, 34 hits, 34 runs, 41 hits, 12 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 25 RBIs.
Sets in for strike 1 looking. Can't punch in the bottom right. It's ball 1, 1-1 count. That's ball 2, 2-1 count. And the 2-1 pitch is driven over to Cooper Martin. It gets over his head, and it's a single for Inman. Able to get the first hit for the Muckdogs at a good early point in the game. The 1-out single will play well as it brings up third baseman number 11, Evan Brock.
Yeah, Evan Brock was in a little bit of a slump in these last few games, but he's starting to finally get comfortable and put back in that third hole. As right now, he's played in 34 games and started in 33 with a 353 batting average, 116 at-bats, 23 runs, 41 hits, 10 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, and 42 RBIs. League leader in RBIs.
We'll take strike 1 looking. Evan Brock from Rochester, New York, SUNY Brockport. Excuse me. It's ball outside, 1-1 count. Stands at 6 foot, 210 pounds. Notable utility player that we've mentioned, named, and Saw him get the job done all season long in every single place on defense and hitting as well. You do mention he is in that little slump and lined right back to the pitcher. And there's not much you can do about that. Right into the glove of Noonan.
Nope, he didn't even have to move. It was right there after his throw. He just didn't even have to move his glove right there. And there's just nothing you can do right there, especially even you're a runner at first. Because
Inman was caught, for the double play.
You're getting ready for that double play in the first place because the shortstop's already probably going to be right there to make the play. So that's just rotten luck. It's nothing you can really do in that situation.
Was just lined back to the pitcher for a double play, catching Inman on the tag up. 1-3. You don't really get that too often, and if you blink there, you missed it. But the first inning comes and goes. The Ironbacks still leading 1-0 with the top of the second right around the corner. And we'll stay on air for this break as well, just to go over what's at stakes. Well, with the game for the Ironbacks. So the Ironbacks coming into tonight's matchup, or evening matchup, with a 16-16-1 record. Right now, they don't hold a playoff spot as it stands. We'll get that graphic up for you when it decides to load. There we go. Oh, and it just went away. There we go. It's brought back. So they're right out there on the cusp. 16-16-1 record, right behind the Pioneers by half a game, who sit at a 17-16 record as it stands. The Auburn Doubledays, they're not out of the woods yet. They're 2 games behind from the Doubledays compared to the Ironbacks. The Doubledays, we kept saying all season long, they're not really impeding the 1 or 2, but they're sitting at a consistent third, and right now that consistency is slightly draping as each team has a different amount of games left, especially with the recent game cancellations and everything. We need to recalculate and get our math done correct, but at the same time, their chances aren't dwindling every game we speak for the Doubledays and the Ironbacks, them as well, as they need every win they can get, as this is a leadoff hit over to left field. It's in foul territory and out of play for number 14, Anderson Fenwick, or should I say Haas Fenwick.
We're trying to keep this going, but for right now, they're on a 4-game losing streak right now. That's kind of why they're collapsing right now, and Elmira and all these teams keep winning. They do have a matchup against the Niagara Falls Americans, home for them, so they could find a way to get themselves back in the win column, but for right now, they're on a little bit of a collapse right now, and every single team could possibly move up in front of them.
Blooped over to Cooper Russell, snag and an easy put out for him. Needs no practice for that one, but a grounder over to second brings up 1 out. Again, that was extra hitter number 14, Haas Fenwick. It brings up shortstop number 18, Cooper Martin.
Cooper Martin has played in 31 games and started in 28 with a .320 batting average, 100 at-bats, 13 runs, 32 hits, 4 doubles, and 7 RBIs.
So he'll take strike 1 looking. Cooper Martin from Plainfield, Indiana. Redshirt sophomore over there, as that's inside. Sitting at 6'2", 185 pounds. They're notable infielders. His freshman year, I guess you could say, following the red shirt. That's a ball down low. A 2-2 or 2-1 count. Played in all 50 games with 49 starts. His first season as a Yellow Jacket. As he bloops that over to left, and it will get down in front of Kyle Vaughn. It'll be a single for Cooper Martin. It's always just those hits that are able to get you an easy single if you can just send it into shallow outfield grass, and that's what he drew out of the deck of cards, was just an easy bloop over the head of everyone within the infield and just shallow right in front of Kyle Vaughn. Puts up the first hit here for the top of the second, should I say, for the Ironbacks. But 1 out. 1 man on. It's left fielder number 10, Josh Bushin.
Bushin has played in 18 games, and he started in 15 with a...
And that's a hit by pitch, so we'll take you back through his stats, but right in the back of the numbers, 1 and 2 now covered by the Ironbacks.
Well, yeah, and he had 239 batting average. He had 46 at bats, 8 runs, 11 hits, a double, a triple, and 13 RBIs. And now Chandler, once again, back in a very tough situation last inning. We did have that double play that was hit by Kieran Cutler. Maybe we could see some replication right now to have that happen again.
Well, it's number 19, center fielder Wes Thompson, up to bat. Again, 2 on, 1 out. First pitch from Chandler. It's a swing and a miss. Make that 0-1 count.
Wes Thompson has played in 10 games and started in 8 with a 281 batting average, 32 hits, 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 doubles, and only 1 RBI in the season. But he's one of the new players on this team.
So with the 0-1 count, Chandler checking on the runners. Defense shifts back into position, deals home, and it's fouled off. So 0-2. One of the best positions right now that Gavin Chandler has had going against a batter so far today. So with the 0-2 count, Chandler again, double check the runners, deals home, swing and a miss, and that's how you get out of a jam, if you want to even call that. But 2 outs. Now with the first strikeout for Gavin Chandler. Talk about a situation that you were saying he might have been developing himself in, Jarrett. He came up with a quick response, putting up the second out with his first strikeout. It brings up the last man in the batting order, third baseman, number 4, Devin Madore.
Yep, right now, this is where you want to be right now. Last man up, 2 outs. He's got a 125 batting average, played in 17 games, started in 12. He's had 32 at-bats and only 4 hits, with 2 of them being a double, 1 of them being a triple, and 2 RBIs as that first pitch got him with the strike.
Chandler staying hot, dealt an 0-2, then a strikeout for Thompson. Starts off with an 0-1. But Madore, not too far away from here, from SUNY Niagara, playing for the Ironbacks. The 0-1, swing and a miss. It's now 0-2. Hometown of Sudbury, Ontario. Freshman over at Niagara Community College, or SUNY Niagara, excuse me. 0-2 pitch, though. Deals home, getting underneath it. It's a pop fly over to center. Jalen David calls it. He's got it. So there you go. The top of the second comes and goes. No more damage done. It's still a 1-0 game for the Ironbacks, with Batavia's second chance right around the corner when we come back.
I'll take 1 million beers, please.
Nah, man, we don't have that. Here, try this.
What's this?
This is beer from Eli Fish, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
That's unbelievable. Thank you.
No problem, man.
I'll have what he had.
Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to the YMCA. Let me show you around. They have free weights and machines here at their state-of-the-art gym. They also have open courts here. And after all those activities, you can come to the pool and cool off. Remember, folks, you can find all these activities here at Glow YMCA, Genesee County Branch.
Bottom of the second, ready and underway in just a few moments. We'll take you a little bit of a closer look on the mound for the Ironbacks. It's Cal Noonan. He comes in today with some interesting stats. A 3-4 record, a 5.14 ERA. And on that as well, this will now be his 7th start. 35 innings pitched with 43 hits allowed, 24 runs, 20 of those being earned, and 26 strikeouts. And that's a hit by pitch on the first pitch here in the bottom of the second. That'll send an easy jog for Braden Reyna all the way over to first base. Why have I lost the score button? I found it. Don't worry. We're going to be okay. Apologies for that. That's why the graphic change took so long. I lost it. But it brings up number 20, Glenn Brooks. Glenn Brooks, again, was injured not too long ago with a hamstring injury, and now finally is back in the lineup. We've seen him the past few games, but he's still making his way back for baseball ready over in the outfield, where he's held down center field other than this injury every single game. But again, one man on Braden Reyna at first, following the hit by pitch off the first pitch, and that's ball one for Glenn Brooks back at home plate.
And I think also with Glenn Brooks, you had Jalen David take a spot in center field, and he's had like a pretty good performance right there. He's been able to hold down Glenn Brooks' spot. So right now, I understand they're trying to nurture him, make sure he's ready to go for the playoffs, as they might use him in the outfield, whether it's center field or put him back at center field, have David go back to right field, what we saw in the start of the season. So right now, it's just good to see him back in the lineup, as he's another speedster on this team that would always be aggressive on the base path.
Anything helps, especially with the playoffs knocking on the door. That's fouled off right down to the dirt on home plate. 1-2 count for Glenn Brooks. Again, Glenn Brooks from Pace, Florida, Pensacola State College, freshman over there. Standing at 5'11", 180 pounds. But a 1-2 count. Deal from Noonan, and it's fouled off back to the dugout over in the Ironbacks side. The count stays 1-2.
And Brooks has played in 28 games, starting at 27, with a .389 batting average, 95 at-bats, 29 runs, 37 hits, 5 doubles, 5 triples, 2 home runs, and 24 RBIs.
The pickoff attempt over at first, not able to get Reyna off the bag. Again, 1-2 count. Deals right back to Noonan, gets over his glove and past Cooper Martin over to center field, and a single for Glenn Brooks. It's a little bit of deja vu there for Noonan. Right back at him, eerily similar to what we saw with Evan Brock, except this time it's not right in his glove. Gets right by him. Cooper Martin with the diving attempt, can't stay in front of it. With that, Reyna now stands on second, and Glenn Brooks over on first. It brings up second baseman number 1, Cooper Russell.
And he even had a little bit more juice to get by the second baseman and the shortstop, as they're kind of pinched in to get ready for that double play.
Showed bunt. It's up high, able to get it back in time. It moves to count 1-0, but Cooper Russell from Lakewood, Ohio, commit just this past spring to Brown University. Stands at 5'7", 160 pounds, straight out of high school, and I mean, talk about an impact player at that. But the 1-0 count shows bunt again. This one's outside, moves to count 2-0.
He's played in 25 games and started in 23 with a .319 batting average, 69 at-bats, 33 runs, 22 hits, 2 doubles, a home run, and 16 RBIs.
Really can do it all. But before Brown, it's a 2025 PBR D2 first team All-State selection. That is ball 3, a 3-0 count, as well as a 2025 CWC Player of the Year and 2024 and 2025 First Team CWC All-Conference selection. So really had it all in terms of awards and stats, as shows bunt on the 0-3, pulls it back. It's able to drop down in for strike 1. It pushes it to 3-1. There's a little reason on why he chose Brown. I have a quote from him. I chose Brown because of the world-class academics paired with the opportunity to play baseball at the highest level under Coach Holbrook. The rest of the baseball staff is bunt laid back to Noonan, and over at first they got Cooper Russell. They say they got him. And a lot of dismay, a very close play there. I thought maybe he had him, as The bunt laid down was right back to Noonan, as you can hear the boos raining in from the crowd here at Dwyer, but a good bunt at that, and the throw was a little late as Noonan was late to reacting to the bunt, should I say, and it just played out in a bang-bang sort of action, but the call is out over at first. It will advance the runners.
Yep, he does advance the runners, though, as much as fans are going to disagree with the call. Cooper Russell did do his job and advance the runners. It's just you wish he was safe in that situation. But Cooper Romick now coming out to bat, like I mentioned yesterday or Friday, came back from his thumb injury. Had a really good game, too, on Friday. He started off slow, but in the later part of the game, he started to get the bat into play. Was starting to get comfortable again.
So that's dropping down for strike one. One count for catcher, number 47, Cooper Romick. And Romick from North Chili, New York, from SUNY Brockport. See, a lot of Rochesterians only know how to say Chili. As that's dribbled over to third, everyone holds up and the throw to first in time for the second putout. So every runner able to watch the ball and hesitate. No more damage done other than just a grounder. So 2 outs. It brings up first baseman number 24, Jalen Roque, as he tries to bring in the first run. It's now 2 outs. It comes down to his bat with the first pitch just seconds away.
He's got a 262 batting average. He's played 19 games and started in 17 with 61 at-bats, 11 runs, 16 hits, 2 doubles, and 7 RBIs.
That's ball one, a 1-0 count. Jalen Roque from Tallahassee, Florida, Thomas University. Dribbler over the second. Scoop, toss, and the putout. 3 outs just like that for the Ironbacks defense. Stops what seemed to be a good start here in the bottom of the second for Batavia. Following the hit by pitch from Braden Reyna and the single from Glenn Brooks had 2 on, but then the bunt from Cooper Russell, which didn't play the cards just enough, resulted in a ground out over to third from Romick and a ground out over to second. Brings up the third and final out in the finale for the second inning. The third inning right around the corner, though. We'll stay on air for this. We'll just talk about what we've got in front of us. Jared, take it away.
So right now we got the top of the order coming back up. Carter Shin, he was the person that got on base and then got the run. Jordan Gallo, the team leader in average, and then Connor Gaines up the bat. You're back up to the top of the order right now. Chandler got to get out of this situation. Again, you're now going to see him for a second time. So you can start to figure out what the batter is looking for as the game goes on. As right now, Gavin Chandler's got to start getting comfortable. Only 1 strikeout. But Gavin Chandler's the kind of person that needs to take control of this game, as every game matters. Jamestown is chasing them in every single game. Right now, they are playing the Geneva Red Wings, I believe. Yep, Geneva Red Wings. Top of the second, Geneva Red Wings do have a 1-0 lead, but Jamestown always finds a way to put up runs in any kind of situation. So every game matters if you want first place for not only the first playoff game, but also the final with whoever you face.
Wrap up things here for in-game entertainment. Remember, regular season coming to conclusion, but it's not over yet. Few more home games. If you want to stop by, grab some tickets at the ticket booth or call our number. Be able to visit the historic Dwyer Stadium for the end of the regular season, or don't forget, playoff packages are available as well. But again, fresh count, fresh everything here in the top of the third, and we're ready to rock and roll. Gavin Chandler will take control once more. The leadoff man for the Ironbacks is number 5, second baseman Carter Shin, as that's downstairs for ball 1. A 1-0 count. Talk about Gavin Chandler trying to take control. He did seem to have quite a bit of control at the end of the top of the second. So that one's down low as well. 2-0. Went 5 straight strikes. A strikeout, the first one and lone one of the day, but then just a little bloop from Mador ended his probability of getting a second one. Able to get this one just high enough this time, 2-1. is trying to attack the lower end of the zone. We'll get first call there. 2-1 count. That's driven foul down the third baseline, pushes it 2-2.
Yeah, he's attacking low right now because right now everything going off the grass is going to be coming out so much faster. It's going to cause these players some struggle on these ground balls. And to get simple pop flies is the better situation, especially with runners not on scoring position because you don't have to worry about tag ups.
2-2 is driven foul on the opposite side. Won't do it again. Again on deck is number 12 right fielder Jordan Gallo. Catcher number 11 Connor Gatens in the hole. Last at bat for Shin, he was walked off the full count. As it's driven down the third baseline, fair, and the long throw gets the put out. What a play from the Muckdogs defense to get the first out here in the top of the third. That comes from your courtesy of third baseman today, Evan Brock, diving and covering the thin area it had to travel just over the third base bag at least. That only had about a foot of room. Landed fair. Evan Brock diving, able to complete the long throw over to Jalen Roque on first and puts up the first out. And now up is right fielder number 12, Jordan Gallo.
Brock is Mr. Reliable for a reason. You could put that man in any single position and he'll find a way to make plays. Just another good play right there, this time over being at third.
Strike one for Gallo. Again, 1 of 1 on the day, a single. We'll send this sky high in the infield. Who's got it? It seems to be Cooper Russell, and it is. Infield pop fly won't work. And just like that, 2 outs. It brings up catcher number 11, Connor Gaines. He had the sac fly to bring in the first run in the last inning. The lone run, should I say, for this game as they lead 1-0 here in the top of the third. But Connor Gaines from Cortland, Ontario, gets underneath the first pitch. This one shallow center. A lot of Muckdogs in the area, and it's Jalen David on the snag and brings up the third and final out. So 3 up, 3 down. Really just like that, and there's no other way to say it. Batavia, they'll take control once more. We'll stay on air as well for this break going forward.
And that's how you take control right there. Coming back from second time seeing these batters right there, getting the pop out, the ground out, and then the other pop out. And quick pitches, too. He didn't throw a ton of pitches right there because you want the longevity of your pitcher right now. You want him to go a few innings to kind of give the relief to the bullpen. But also the good thing that we can mention with the bullpen, they do have a day off tomorrow, as we'll go more into the schedule a little bit later in the game. But every arm is available in case the situation gets dire, as right now they have that day off tomorrow.
Do have that day off tomorrow. You are right. After 13-game stretch, well, what was supposed to be 13 games straight before the cancellations. We did have a few here and there in between, but a long-awaited day off for the guys. Again, that being tomorrow, as there's only 5 games remaining for Batavia until the conclusion of the regular season. Again, a reminder, you can buy 2027 Batavia Muckdogs season tickets. They're available. General admission starting at $119 and VIP packages starting at $219. And as well as the playoff packages as well. So don't even have to look to next year, but can continue with the Muckdogs and be able to stay here at Dwyer Stadium, hopefully, as they still try to hold down the possibility for the 1 seed. It is guaranteed that they will be 1 or 2. They won't fall to 3. We will be hosting the first game in the first round no matter what. But that's all we know for now. No confirmation yet on who has secured the 1 seed. So the bottom of the third, ready and underway. Here we go. Leading things off for Batavia. Take strike one, that punch perfectly. In the bottom left is a unfamiliar but familiar face. It's number 3, designated hitter Mason Davey. And he gets that over to left field, but caught by the left fielder for the first out. Josh Bushin on the play.
We didn't even have time to get to his stats, but to give it real quick, he's playing 12 games, starting 8 with a 2.22 batting average, 9 at-bats, 2 runs, 2 hits, a double, and 1 RBI.
So fly out straight over to left field. Won't play the cards right. It's left fielder number 22, Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn from Bradenton, Florida, State College of Florida. Red shirt freshman over there, standing at 6'3", 185 pounds, as that's ball one, a 1-0 count. One-0 is now 1-1. We'll take it looking. So on deck is Jalen David will be back to the top of the order. As that's rifled right back to Noonan off the one hop. And an underhand toss will make the second putout. Noonan really being active early in this game, already having to make 2 putouts on his own, which he's completed, 1 unassisted and 1 assisted. As the line right back to from Evan Brock quite literally went straight into his glove. And I don't mean that he had to move. I quite literally mean the glove just did not move. Where it was sitting is where the ball went. It was like a magnet straight back to there. And that time, also right back to Noonan, is showing bunt is David right over to the third baseline. And David beats this one out with no throw, no competition needed. That's what you get when you get a man who can run almost the speed of a cheetah, it looks like. And it puts 1 on for Batavia off the 2 outs. It brings up shortstop number 2, Jackson Inman. He's 1 of 1 on the day with a single. We'll see if that hopefully can continue on here.
With the Muckdogs also being first in the season with stolen bases, and also now having the team record in terms of stealing bases, Jalen David's one of the big factors that loves to steal bases. I am expecting we could see that hopefully in this at-bat.
He's just shattering records after shattering the record. He just wants to make sure that no one will touch this for the dawn of time, really, should I say, with the amount of stolen bases he has on the season and will continue to put up throughout the end of the regular season. But again, a 1-0 count following the failed pickoff attempt over at first base. Noonan's set and ready. See if he goes back to it. No, he delivers home. Swinging is Inman right back to the first baseman. Can't collect it on the first go. Hits his chest. Will collect it and make the out on the second chance. The third inning wrapped up already, and it's 1-0 for the Ironbacks heading to the top of the fourth when we come back.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Who are you?
Fans, if you get hit with a foul ball, don't call our interns.
Why is no one doing anything?
Call UMMC at Rochester Medical Center for help.
Should have called him.
All right, and we're ready for the fourth inning. A little thing to note here. We just checked in on the scores around the league. The Geneva Red Wings again playing at Jamestown. In the bottom of the third, the Red Wings have taken a 6-0 lead. So a little bit of help from them would be nice. But again, Every time we seem to check in on them, the Tarp Skunks, at least when I do, it seems like I have a curse, and they always pull an unfortunate last-second comeback at the most random times. But again, top of the fourth, we're ready, set, go. Gavin Chandler out there on the mound. The first batter he will face on the other side for the Ironbacks, number 22, first baseman Josh Bullock. First pitch dealt, and strike one. Easy as that. That pitch will be number 40 for Gavin Chandler. Is a swing and a miss, makes that a quick 0-2. Bullock with a single in his last at-bat. Went swinging on the first pitch. Swing and a miss, and make that the second strikeout for Gavin Chandler. A good strong note to start off here in the top of the fourth. One out, designated hitter number 23, Kieran Cutler, up to bat.
And now he's taking control of the game. We have now seen him throw 6 straight batters, either pop out, ground out, or K. This is the Chandler that we have seen in the season.
Oh, I smell sunscreen. That's strike one looking. I don't know. I just got a big whiff of sunscreen.
It hit my nose, too. I just wasn't expecting to hear the shock in your voice.
It was just so much. And that's through the gap over on the short and third base side. And a single for Cutler. Cutler was the unfortunate victim of the double play in the first inning, sending grounder a 5-4-3. But one out single. Brings up extra hitter number 14, Haas Fenwick. A ground out over to second in his last at-bat. Fresh count. Again, that's Cutler over on first. Gavin Chandler set, deals home, inside. Strike one. I'm not exactly sure where Fenwick was going.
He got him with the slider inside. He thought he was going to get hit right there, but the spin
Really
rate
did.
on the ball.
That was nasty movement from Chandler to bring it in. It looked like it was going to get away from him on the inside part, but no, it just sat down on the inside part of the zone. Driven over, a hop from Fenwick. Won't interfere with the ball, and held up at second is Fenwick. Or first is Fenwick. Cutler jumping over the ball. Held up at second. Excuse me for my correction there, but puts 2 on another one-out single. Back-to-back hits for the Ironbacks. Shortstop number 18, Cooper Martin up. He had a single in his last at-bat as he's trying to keep the hitting parade going.
And this is the 3 out of the 4 innings we have seen a runners over on second and first on Chandler. And right now, so far in those 3 times, he has been able to get out of it.
One-0 count. Chandler deals and has Martin swinging out of his shoes. He wanted that one. 1-1 count as it stands. Again, Chandler, 2 strikeouts on the day. 5 hits as well. It's only amounted to 1 run. Chandler checking over on the bases. Deals home and lasers that in for strike 2. 1-2. One-two set, just too high, pushes the count 2-2. And a swing and a miss off the 2-2, records his 3rd strikeout. So 2 in this inning alone. It's been one or the other, a strikeout or a single so far, as Gavin Chandler hopes to surpass the 2-2 tie I guess you could say here in the top of the fourth between those two metrics. It brings up left fielder number 10, Josh Bushin. A hit by pitch off the first pitch and his last at bat. Gavin Chandler set, deals home, and driven on a bloop over to Cooper Russell. Slow moving, but it doesn't matter. Fast enough to beat out Bushin for the third and final putout. Brings up the bottom of the fourth as it's still a 1-0 game with the Ironbacks lead, as we'll be staying on air. Last minute change, I will decide to stay on air, and the reason for that is I'll take you through the upcoming schedule for the Batavia Muckdogs. Again, the schedule graphic, it's dwindling. As you can see, some notable gaps. It's not your usual jam-packed of what you've got, but for tomorrow, day off, then on Tuesday, 5 final games. First is Newark at 6:30. Then on Wednesday at Auburn, 6:30. Thursday, we'll bring Auburn from Auburn to Dwyer. And then Friday at Newark. And then Saturday for the regular season finale versus Niagara Falls. I'll make that correction there.
There you go. Firework night.
Saw something wrong there. It is at home firework night. You are correct, Jared. It's fireworks for the regular season finale. Then on the 27th, that's when playoffs will begin. We can confirm, again, we will be either having the 1 or 2 seed come playoff time when it's all said and done. So we will be guaranteed a home game to start off the playoffs for the single elimination round in this quarterfinals.
Yep, every game matters in the season as everyone is fighting for that 4th place. Elmira's a team to keep an eye out for. Auburn's now keep an eye out for. And even Niagara and Olean are the other 2 teams that are creeping out of the spot. But a winning streak and some losses here and there could help them out and kind of do what could be the impossible.
It's a 4-way fight, I'll tell you that, for 2 spots. There's only 2 have been clinched, the Muckdogs and the Tarp Skunks. As first up is number 11, Evan Brock, with a 1-0 count. Make that 2-0 as it's down low. Again, Callum Noonan, a left-handed pitcher, standing at 5'11", 180 pounds. Hometown of London, Ontario. Again, that's Ontario, not London, UK. That would be interesting enough, as that's fouled off. 2-1. Been there. Wonderful place. But again, a junior from, forgot his college. That's not good. University of Mary Athletics. Apologies for that. Driven, finds the gap, and it'll be a slow roller over to right field for Evan Brock to lead things up in the bottom of the 4th. Brock, first hit of the day, comes at an important time as Batavia, they're just trying to at least tie things up. That's how you get a good momentum builder. As it brings up right fielder number 46, Braden Reyna. Hit by pitch, his last at bat, similar on the opposite side for the Ironbacks for Josh Bushin. Hit by pitch on the first pitch. First pitch he sees out here is outside for a 1-0 count.
And we weren't even able to say his stats because of him getting hit by pitch. So he's playing 7 games, starting 7 with a 368 batting average, 19 at-bats, 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 doubles, and 11 RBIs.
Strike 1, a 1-1 count. And again, we'll go back to Noonan. 2025 for University of Mary. Only made 5 appearances, striking out 7 batters across 7 2/3 innings pitched, as that's in for strike 2, a 1-2. So a very short time within his collegiate career, as now he's got an important starting nod for today's evening game, as that's a pickoff attempt over at first base. It's no good. That's a thing, the day off is so important as we try to strain it, really. The message of your bullpen importance, as that's up high, pushes count 2-2. That's why the day off tomorrow for the Muckdogs so important, and it's playoffs. which is the utmost important, should I say, and it's wanting to have the right names, the right guys ready for each matchup. As a ball that's lofting towards the higher end, Reyna getting a piece of it, going foul and into the Muckdogs bullpen. We'll do it again. Just going to see with the locked in for the 1 or 2 seed and how the remaining schedule between the Muckdogs and the Tarp Skunks, that's really who we're going to be looking at to see who has the 1 seed locks in. It'll be a question of how will the bullpen play out, especially with the quick turnaround from regular to playoff time. And a strikeout looking for Reyna brings up the first out.
And we also can't forget that Batavia has the tiebreaker against Jamestown. So the only way they can pass them is by naturally catching them in terms of win, losses, and even draws. So right now, every game matters in the season.
Extra hitter number 20, Glenn Brooks. A single in his first at-bat will go swinging. Won't connect this time, 0-1 count. It's driven foul, 0-2. That's a thing for us right now. Is just there's still a lot to be in question. You would think Batavia making the playoffs would make our job being, oh yeah, we could see this upcoming and this. But the Tarp Skunks being on their heels just will make sure that nothing is exactly solidified, as the 0-2 is just too high. Good eye from Glenn Brooks will keep the at-bat going. It's 1-2, but just having the Tarp Skunks in the rest of the playoffs still in complete disarray besides the Red Wings, the Americans, and the Pilots, it's just still a free-for-all for every spot not being confirmed. And did that make contact? No, just missing Glenn Brooks' legs. It's 2-2 on the inside. But that little note of everything being still up for grabs is keeping it interesting right down to the end of the road. 2-2. High pitch, gonna swing at it. We'll chop it down over to short. Play it second in time, but Glenn Brooks safe off the fielder's choice.
And also pitching is going to be a huge factor as it matters in terms of matchups. Who you want to pitch in a certain situation. As in against, say you face Elmira, maybe there is a pitcher that was better against Elmira, and then you go and play Jamestown. Chandler has played against Jamestown 3 times. Do you want to roll him out a 4th time, or will you save him in the first round against Elmira? There is so many questions in the playoffs that you need kind of like an ace in certain situations or certain teams to get a job done.
I can tell you the Muckdogs definitely have those aces. As that's going over to left, a little too much underneath though from Cooper Russell, as Josh Bush able to locate it for the final out. 4th inning already comes up to wraps with a 1-0 lead for the visiting team, the Niagara Ironbacks. Still look to keep on holding, entering the top of the 5th when we come back.
Hey man, welcome to Whole Life. How you doing?
What is this place?
Oh, don't worry. It's the best gym you can find in the Batavia area. Open free weights at any point, anytime. Don't forget, this gym is open for 24 hours. Don't worry, if you're not even just trying to use weights, you can use calisthenics as well. But again, official gym of your Batavia Muckdogs for a reason.
Where do I sign up?
Don't worry, let me bring you to the front desk.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
All right, Dewey, what are we thinking here?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Are you guys all set?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, what can I start you with to drink?
To drink, can we just get 2 waters, please?
Of course. And then did you decide on your meals?
Yes, we are ready, aren't we, Dewey?
Wonderful. What can I get for you?
Can we start with the Alex's Cut?
Of course. All right.
All
What
right.
else can I get for you?
Dewey?
Ribs?
Dewey will take Alex's famous baby back pork ribs.
Fantastic.
Try Alex's Ribs at Alex's Place, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
The top of the 5th, leading things off, center fielder number 19, Wes Thompson. Wes Thompson from Normal University, Illinois. He's 6 foot, 185 pounds. Got a strikeout in his last at bat. Lead things off here in the top of the 5th. Ball up high, pushes count 1-0. Chandler set deals inside, rifled, foul, make that 1-1. Those of you checking in or keeping up with FIFA World Cup, it's 0-0. It's the extra time right now on the clock.
As an Argentinian player also got a red card, that being Enzo Fernandez. So in the extra time, it's going to be 10 against 11.
The 95th minute, right around the corner. But that 3-1 count, turn our attention back to baseball. Who would rather watch this measly World Cup rather than Batavia Muckdogs baseballs? That's going foul over to left. So make it a full count for Thompson. But yeah, what is the World Cup to Muckdogs baseball in a Sunday 4:05 time slot? I don't know. Not much. Thompson again, the first victim of Gavin Chandler. The strikeout. Full count payoff. And ooh. Called ball 4, and that'll be a walk for Thompson. Puts him on first base. Chandler really thought he had that one. I can tell you, a lot of people did here as well, including myself, but shake it off. He brings up third baseman number 4, Devin Medora. A fly out over to center in his last at bat. First pitch, he'll show bunt. Back to Chandler. Went to go second, hesitates, and safe at first.
Yep, hesitation just played a big factor right there. Thought he could get the play at second, tried to go for first, but by then, guys got the wheels going. And
also had Roque off the bag as well. In to go up for it, but still safe in time before that even did come into effect. But the little hesitation, Chandler trying to go second off the fielder's choice, but won't because of that 2-on, no outs.
It's becoming
Brings up second baseman number 5, Carter Shin. We're back at the top of the order.
It's becoming a trend having the runners sitting at first and second. Chandler so far has gotten the job done with it, but it's always in the back of your mind that something could crack through.
That's driven foul. Again, that will go down as an error. So no one count for Carter Shin. He's 0 for 1 on the day. A walk and then a ground out over to third in his last at bat. Chandler deals, showing bunt. See, Ronk was already standing on the infield grass. Make that a 1-1 count, pulling it back. Ronk will stand on the infield grass on the right side, and Evan Brock just behind it as they're playing in on the corners. Swinging it over to center. David gets there and held up at second. It looked like we could have seen a tag up, but no, it puts up the lone first out. No changes on the base path. First and second still covered. That's one thing you got to know and study every game in and out when you're trying to play against Batavia's. Where is Jalen David? It's kind of playing like where is Waldo, a utility player. We see him within the infield sometimes, and recently it's been the outfield. He's been substituting in for Glenn Brooks in center. We did see him in right in this early in the season, and over at short at times as well, with here and there. But you got to know where he is in that outfield, because that's a big question of, hey, should I tag up? And a good choice there by the lead man on the base path, Thompson, not to go as that gets behind Romick for a second. But Romick able to locate it. No more runners will advance as David has an arm. Simply as that. That's all I was trying to get at. But it's really something that needs to be said, as we've seen him being able to throw out plenty of players trying to test his arm. And no one's quite passed that exam. A 1-0 count. Calling a ball that just got away from Romick. But again, no damage done. Chandler set deals. Driving that over to right is Gallo. Reyna trying to close the gap off the wall. It stays fair. Coming in home is Thompson. And cut off by Roque. Blasted all the way to right field wall, staying fair on that blank panel on the right end of your screen. You can't see it. But getting a hold of that one as time called, and Coach Grant wanting to talk things over with Chandler, as the lead is now 2-0 for the Ironbacks, with 2 runners still on in scoring position, second and third, following the RBI double from Jordan Gallo.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what happened in that play. I wonder if he thought it was foul, and even the infielder, even the people that were on base, thought it might have been. I think they lost it. I think everybody definitely lost it, because even the base runners were kind of hesitating a little bit. And usually in that situation, the guy at first probably could have scored right there, but instead he's now sitting over at third.
So now catcher number 11, Connor Gaines, up to bat. He's over 2. A sac fly in his first at bat, and then a fly over to center. He's got 2 on, 1 out. Following the talk with Coach Grant and Gavin Chandler. It's 2-0 now for the Ironbacks. First pitch. It's called ball 1. It's just too high, but I'm not too sure about that call. I'm definitely not in agreement.
Even Chandler disagreed with it. He's trying to find the spots. He's trying to find the corners to get it early in these counts. And
is that goes for strike 1? I guess you kind of get back what you can. I think the box might be shifted slightly, a few pixels too low. 1-1. No one covering second. A huge lead there, as that's driven foul. Make it 1-2. Thinking Gallo. Huge lead. Well, the infield is playing in. Again, with the 1-out situation, it's no surprise there. The 1-2, he'll get underneath it, and it's just going foul. Keeps the count 1-2. Again, that's Jordan Gallo following his double line down the right field line. He's standing on second. Not really standing on second. He's halfway to third base. Ball too low, 2-2. I mean, that's one of the advantages when the infield defense has to play in. you can take a huge lead as you have eyesight on every defensive player nearby.
Yeah, he's getting right behind Jackson Inman right now. That's how much of a lead he is taking right now.
Swing and a miss on the 2-2, but drop strike 3 to put out over at first to confirm it. He gets it. So now 2 outs. The infield can go back to their usual spots. All they need is the play at first, or whatever else they would, whatever manner they procure. But it's number 22, first baseman Josh Bullock up to bat. 1 of 2 on the day, a single and a strikeout. Again, 2 outs, 2 on. 2 in scoring position nonetheless for the Ironbacks. Chandler trying to keep it to 1 run scored here. We'll see if he can get that done. Chandler set for his pitch. Just outside for ball 1. Chandler set. And just too high. 2-0.
Bullock's 1 and 2, had a single and then got a strikeout, his second at bat.
Chandler set on the 2-0. It's down low for ball 3. The set bat now for Chandler. He's reached a total of 72 total pitches. And 3-0 is now ball 4. Too low. And we'll walk Bullock off a 3-0. So bases now loaded with 2 outs. Can hear a lot of encouraging statements from the crowd towards the umpire. Maybe help him out with this job, but nonetheless, 2 outs, bases are loaded. Number 23, Kieran Cutler, up to bat. Hit into a double play in his first at bat and a single in his last. That's ball 1, though. Set, deals underneath it is Cutler. Popped over, just shallow right, and Roke drops it. It gets down. 1 comes in, 2 comes in, the 3rd. The throw from the catcher, Romick, trying to apply the tag and called safe. And an unfortunate error just behind first base in the outfield grass brings in 3 runs.
He just
for the Ironbacks.
He lost it in his son, and it's too high up in the air. Obviously, 2 outs. You're running. You're all advancing the base. You're just expecting the out right there. Roke losing it in the sun. That's just a very unfortunate play right there. If you're the Muckdogs, because you get out of the situation that you're in with only 1 run, and now it's 4 runs.
And
different story, man.
And that's gotta hurt, not only because of the score, but if you think about it from the defensive perspective, is that's ball 1 up high for extra hitter number 14, Haas Fenwick. For 1 of 2 on the day, ground over to second, a single. Is you think, hey, we let up 1 run, we can escape it, and just a drop ball on top of that. It's not just a simple drop ball the runner gets on and maybe a run score. 3 run scores, that's chopped foul, pushes the count 1-1.
Yeah, because again, it's 2 outs. You're running. You're just expecting that out's going to happen. So you're just running the bases, and right there, you lose it in the sun. Crucial mistake if you're a Muckdog fan right now.
Yeah, reaching first off the air. E3 going against Jalen Roke. 3 runs come in unearned. Swing and a miss for Fenwick. Pushes it 1-2. 1-2. Sent over to center. Jalen David able to locate it, bring up the third and final out. So an inning that got away to some regards from Batavia. It's 5-0 for the Ironbacks, and we've officially reached the halfway mark here in this baseball game. Batavia still in search of their first score. We'll see if they can find it here in the bottom of the fifth when we come back.
I'd like to withdraw some Muckdogs, please.
Muckbox?
Realistically, I can't withdraw Muckdogs here. But what I can do is do all my banking through Tompkins Bank, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs. I gotta get back to picking up my Muckdogs.
Here in Batavia, hard work and community goes hand in hand. That's why the Batavia Muckdogs are a proud partner with Farm Credit East, helping support the people of Western New York grow.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
So the bottom of fifth right around the corner. Of course, with what we've seen in weather regards, whether it was air quality or rain, Batavia, New York is looking at a nice 75 degrees. No real wind out there. Not a cloud in the sky. And finally, back to a nice day here as we continue baseball on a beautiful Sunday evening. But again, your score in the bottom of the fifth, 5-0, the Ironbacks' favor. So it won't go swinging, but it's strike one. Leading things off here is number 47, Cooper Romick. A 1 count, swing and a miss. Make that 0-2. Romick out on the fielder's choice in his last at bat. 0-2 pitch. Just inside. Boy, an eagle eye could see that one. It looked good, but Romick apparently able to see it through. 1-2. Dribbled back to the pitcher, and Noonan instantly there.
He's getting some action early.
Holy shnikes. I mean, that was just quick reaction.
That's the third one, too.
Third one that he will have to make a play. One of them, a double play, and just snagged it in his glove, instantly able to turn around and make the first out. Underhand toss to first base will do it. It brings up number 24, first baseman Jalen Roque. Out on the fielder's choice in his last at bat. Will swing on the first pitch, make that 0-1. What? Okay, that's strike two. I got no words for you on that one. 0-2, Roque sending this over to second. It's a slow bounce, an easy put out for Carter Shin. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the fifth, and it brings up designated hitter number 3, Mason Davey. Mason Davey a fly over to left field in his last at bat. Difficult situation, 2 outs, no one on. First pitch, he'll swing it, chopping this, and cut off, but no. An error on the Ironbacks defense. The third baseman for the Ironbacks, Mador, trying to cut off the shortstop, Cooper Martin, and he did cut him off from making a play. That's going to go down as an error against Mador. But now 1 out. First base, Mason Davey. Back to the last man in the batting lineup. It's left fielder number 22, Kyle Vaughn. A ground out back to Noonan as he fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. But again, can't confirm, E5, allowing Mason Davey to reach first base. 0-1 count, swing and a miss for Vaughn, make that 0-2. Again, if you're paying attention, the World Cup has now gone to extra time. 100th minute. It's a pickoff attempt over first, no good. Oh, 2 set. Deals to Kyle Vaughn. Vaughn getting underneath it. Will it get out of play behind home plate? Yes, it will. There it is. There's your confirmation on the sound cue. It will stay 0-2. Again, 0-2 for Kyle Vaughn. Fouled off, staying alive. We'll do it again. Rinse and repeat. The 0-2 pitch, Kyle Vaughn again fouling off. Once, twice, thrice. He's staying alive. And we'll redo. Ooh, going ball 1, 1-2. That's up high. A pickoff attempt from the catcher. Won't be able to get Mason Davey over on first base. The count now 2-2. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss for Kyle Vaughn. A long at bat finally comes to a conclusion, and a conclusion as well to the bottom of the fifth. It's 5-0 for the Ironbacks as it stands right now. 4 more innings of baseball left to be played. Batavia needing to climb back in, as it looked like it was going to be 2-0, but the error last inning allowed 3 scores unearned to make it 5-0 officially, as the top of the fifth came to conclusion. Now the fifth inning in its entirety is all over. So we look around the league for the scores. Around the league as it stands, we did mention earlier, Geneva was winning 6-0. It's now 6-1 in the bottom of the fifth. Jamestown now putting up their first score just moments ago. Within the West Division, the Ironbacks, the Niagara Falls Americans and the Auburn Doubledays going head-to-head. In the bottom of the second, it's all tied 0s. Over in the West, Oneonta Outlaws and the Boonville Lumberjacks in the top of the first. It's still nothing over there. And the Utica Blue Sox and Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs in the top of the second. Utica Blue Sox up 2-0 as well. So there's your box score and what's going on around the league. And again, we'll take you back to the standings. As you can see, the Amsterdam Mohawks in the East confirm their stance as the location to be for the playoffs. On their side, at least, with a 29-6-1 record. The Sauger T Stallions and the Utica Blue Sox have clinched playoff positions, as well as the fourth seed is up for grabs between the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs, the Oneonta Outlaws, and the Glen Falls Dragons. But again, staying within the West Division, Batavia Muckdogs 2.5 games behind the league leader, Amsterdam Mohawks. Jamestown Tarps going to 1 game behind the Muckdogs at 3.5 behind the Mohawks, as both these teams have clinched at this point in the season. And again, went over it, but again, it's just so important that I feel like we just have to mention in the Auburn Double Days, Pioneers, Ironbacks, and the Oilers are still all in contention for the final 2 spots. 2 will make it, 2 will not. Simple as that, and it's just a question of who will it be.
Right now, we are also seeing a pitching change, ending Gavin Chandler's day. Erwin Branch is now taking the mound and is ready to go.
Again, Erwin's Branch is ready to go here in the top of the 6th. First pitch, punching that perfectly in the bottom right corner for strike 1. The leadoff man here in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the 6th, excuse me, for the Ironbacks. Is number 18, shortstop Cooper Martin. Strike 2, 0-2 count. We'll take you through the stats for Gavin Chandler as well in just a second, but 0-2. Branch deals and driven foul. We'll do it again. But again, for Gavin Chandler, his day comes to a conclusion as Erwin's Branch comes in for relief. 5 innings served, 6 hits allowed, 5 runs, 2 of those only being earned, 3 batters walked, 4 strikeouts, across 26 batters faced, and 79 total pitches. And the 0-2 is now 1-2, as that's just missing the zone. 1-2 count. Thinking Cooper Martin, 1 of 2 on the day, a single and a strikeout. One, two, set is Branch, deals outside, make that 2-2. Branch set on the 2-2, delivers outside on a full count now for Cooper Martin. Trying to stick with the count. Stay in control is Branch. We'll see if he can get a strikeout on the payoff pitch. Payoff. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Payoff from Branch. And it's a hit by pitch. Hitting Cooper Martin on the arm. Went reaching for it immediately. But he seems to be all right. And it's left fielder number 10, Josh Bushin, up to bat. Hit by pitch in his first at-bat, and then out on the fielder's choice in his last at-bat. So there's one on and no outs. Swing and a miss, though, for Bushin. It makes it 0-1. Branch tied for third in appearances as a pitcher. Stealing an attempt over at second and called safe. A close play there. Cooper Martin stealing second. So you can hear, again, plenty of dismay from the crowd here. This is the noisiest bunch that I've ever heard, at least all season.
I'm going to be honest, jokes are also getting me too.
But 1-1 count now. So Romick talking things over with Branch. So that was a right on the money throw from Romick. And called safe at second, though. I couldn't tell you exactly from here what was wrong with it other than just the fact that barely beat him out. But from my spot, that's all I can really tell you. One count. Branch set delivers and delivers. Strike two. 1-2. But again, as I was trying to mention, Branch tied for third, or excuse me, correct my own stats before I can really say it. Tied for fourth in appearances as a pitcher. A 1-2 count. Branch will check on the runner. No one covering. Everyone stationed where they should be. And the 1-2 is just too low. 2-2. Most appearances as a pitcher, as a Muckdog, is Garrett Beaver with 17, then Eric Woodley at 16, the two closers. Then at third is Walter Garrett at 11. And tied for fourth is Jack Page at 10, Dean Hoshide at 10, and Owens Branch at 10. With 2-2 outside, now pushes it to another full count for Branch. Payoff, and it's ball four, too high. And back-to-back full counts just haven't resulted in the way that Branch would have intended. A hit by pitch against Cooper Martin, who then stole second. And then a full count for Josh Bushin, who was then walked to first base. Center fielder number 19, Wes Thompson, up to bat. A strikeout and then a walk in his last at-bat. Again, if you're keeping up with the World Cup, Spain is now up 1-0 with a score in the 106th minute as they are entering a hydration break.
Let's go.
1-0 count for Thompson. Branch delivers, showing bunt, but it's still strike one, punched in the top left corner. One. Branch delivers, and it's outside. Gets past Romick all the way to the backstop, and every runner will be able to take a free base. Now second and third, a 2-1 count. That's something with Branch. His portfolio in terms of pitches really consists of just a changeup, fastball, and a slider. And sometimes the slider, just a little too much on it with a
drifts
little
a
too much
little.
heat, and it's too far outside with these right-handed batters, and it does get past the catcher occasionally, but makes up for it, punching that right in the zone 2-2.
It drifts a little too much outside with his slider because of how fast he is throwing it.
It's just that combination. When it's in the zone, it's something hard that makes it really difficult for any batter to get a piece of, but 2-2, and that's outside, full count. We've reached back-to-back-to-back full counts for Irwin's Branch. We'll see if he's able to finally get one to go his way. Branch set and ready. Payoff. And it's down low for ball 4. So again, 3 straight full counts have been reached, and not one has been able to fall in the direction or in favor for Branch, and his day comes to a conclusion as Coach Skips coming out to talk with him.
Yep, usually that's the end. That's the saying, like, listen, you just couldn't find your zone right there, and now getting pulled. And
So Branch's day comes to a conclusion with a very short time out there on the mound. It's Jake Sliz coming in for Irwin's Branch. We'll take you through Branch's stats real quick. Only servicing no innings statistically. 2 batters walked, 3 batters faced on 20 total pitches. He seemed to have good counts and just couldn't fight it to the end and couldn't secure any of the full counts, and that's just what will take him off the mound as bases are now loaded for the Ironbacks. But in his place, Jake Sliz. And Jarrett, take me through his stats.
well, first, Liz made an appearance in the game against Olean on Friday for a relief appearance, and now he's back again to do it again. And Sliz has made 9 appearances, 2 wins in the season, no losses, 2.73 ERA in 29 innings pitched. He has allowed 20 hits, 14 runs, 9 of them being earned, 20 walks, and 46 strikeouts.
So again, Sliz coming in for relief of Irwin's Branch. And again, as you mentioned, I was not, of course, not here for yesterday's matchup. I was taking care of my own, or not yesterday, sorry, 2 days ago's matchup, taking care of myself. But Jake Sliz coming in for relief of Irwin's Branch. You can see there his 46 strikeouts lead the team in that metric. Second, not too far behind him, is Jack Page with 43. His earned runs amongst the lowest on the team as well, in correspondence to how many innings he has served as well.
And the 46 strikeouts is 3rd in the league. Only people behind him is Landon Birch from the Elmira Pioneers and Arno from the Geneva Red Wings.
So 1-0 count. So that's fouled off. Pushes count 1-1. Again, bases loaded, no outs is a situation he takes on. A very difficult one at that. The first batter he's facing, it's the last man in the lineup, Devin Mador, the third baseman, number 4. Fly out over to center and reaching first off the error from Gavin Chandler earlier in the game is his last 2 at-bats. But 1-1 count as it stands right now. Swing and a miss. Pushes it 1-2. As you mentioned, Sliz has made 2 very short appearances in the last two matchups for the Muckdogs. It's a 1-2 swing and a miss. An important strikeout there. Puts up the first out, and that's what they brought him in to do, and his metric keeps on moving. Make that 47 on the season. And we're back to the top of the lineup, the fourth go-around in the carousel for the Ironbacks. It's number 5, second baseman Carter Shin. Shin is 0 for 2 on the day. A walk, a ground out over to third, and a fly out over to center. His last 3 at-bats. Again, bases loaded, 1 out, so a lot in play here for the Ironbacks. It's still not out of the woods for the Batavia defense to make it slightly easier. They need at least one more to get that relief. First pitch is in the lower end for strike 1. But if we look at Sliz, the last appearance was, again, July 17th, the last game played, the 3-2 victory for the Muckdogs here at Dwyer. We'll cover his stats in just a second, but the 0-1 pitch dealt from Sliz, swung on it, going over to short, put out at second in time, the play at first, close, and got him, a double play. Huge one for the Muckdogs. It secures no more damage done with Sliz coming into the mound with bases loaded. Secures that he will stay where it's at. Parks the bus. It's still 5-0 for the Ironbacks, but huge for the defense to ensure that's all it will be heading to the bottom of the 6th when we come back. Before we come back for the bottom of the 6th, a few words from our sponsors. Go Health New York. Has your child been tested for lead? The only way to know if your child has lead poisoning is to get them tested. All children should be tested at ages 1 and 2. Talk to your healthcare provider or the lead poisoning prevention staff from the Genesee County Health Department at 585-344-2580, extension 5555, about a blood lead test for your child today. For more information on transportation to get tested. And a message from Mental Health Association. Wellness on the Go, WNGO offers mobile mental health supports through Medicaid managed care plans across Niagara, Genesee, and Orleans counties. For more information or to make a referral, call us at 585-345-0448. We're back and ready to officially get things underway here in the bottom of the 6th, where Batavia will need to start chipping away at this 5-0 lead that the Ironbacks have built over 6 innings. Leading things off, it's Mason Davey.
That's Jalen David.
Jalen David. Time to grab my glasses.
Top of the order for the Muckdogs.
Yep. Couldn't be more wrong was I. But again, Jalen David, with an 0-1 count, make that 0-2 as you'll foul off the second pitch. David, a ground out over to short, and then successful bunt in his last at-bat. 0-2. Getting underneath it to right. It's going to foul territory and just out of play. Well, it technically was in play, but landing on the tarp, really. So, tomato. 0-2, we'll do it again. I don't know where I got Mason Davey from. That is, ugh.
You were like an inning behind right there.
Like a whole inning behind. But again, 0-2. We'll see what he can get done here. The pitch. Getting underneath it, going foul. We'll do it once more. Again, checking in on the World Cup at the 118th minute, 1-0 Spain's lead. We'll see if that holds. 0-2 for David, getting underneath it. It's going to left field, a little too much underneath it as it's caught for the first out. Josh Bushin on the play. As it brings up shortstop number 2, Jackson Inman. Inman 1 of 2 on the day, a single and a ground out over to first. First pitch, take a swing on it, and it's going foul. 0-1. Inman sending that over to left field, and it's going out into foul territory. Inman steps back in the box with an 0-2 count. Able to dodge back a little. Sending back on his ankles really to avoid that. 1-2. Has Inman looking for the second out. Third baseman number 11, Evan Brock, up to bat. Again, still in search of the first score for the Muckdogs. Evan Brock doesn't have a favorable situation, but we'll see if he can make something happen. He's called Mr. Reliable for a reason. He's 1 of 2 on the day. The line back to Noonan for the double play in the first inning. And then a single in his last at bat. That's called strike 1. A 1. Check swing, but going. 0-2. Oh, 2 count, 2 outs. Deal from Noonan, it's too high. Pushes it to 1-2. Excuse me, but 1-2 is now 2-2. Dropping down just a little too low and outside. Can't punch that in the bottom right, which Noonan wanted. But the 2-2 pitch is well outside this time and make this a full count. And a drop strike 3. Evan Brock trying to beat it out, but the throw's on the mark. And in time, secures the swing and the strikeout. For the 6th inning, it retires with the score still 5-0 for the Ironbacks' favor. As it stands right now, the chances dwindling away for the Muckdogs as they're still in search of their first run score. They have hits. If they as they've recorded 4 hits compared to the Ironbacks 6. 2 errors against Batavia and 1 against the Ironbacks, and as well as that, total pitch count for Noonan is officially reached 80, following that his 4th strikeout.
Also, 2 things to mention. Once again, we'll keep talking about the score around the league right now. Geneva Red Wings and Jamestown Tarpskunks. It's now 7-4. Geneva still has the lead, bottom of the 6th. And then in terms of the Niagara Falls Americans and the Auburn Double Days, Niagara Falls up 1-0 against Auburn. Also, we had a substitution that we missed in the last inning. Jalen Roque is no longer at first. Is now Braden Redmond on the plate at first right now.
So again, the top of the 7th. Sliz now will be able to complete a fresh start. Came in with 3 on, got it done with no damage done. But this will be his first chance to just have a full, fresh inning, bases clean, no outs. And the first batter he faces is number 12, right fielder Jordan Gallo. Jordan Gallo, 2 of 3 on the day. A single, an infield pop fly, and then an RBI double as he takes strike 1 looking. One. It's now a swing and a miss. Make that 1-2. And the 1-2 swing and a miss for Gallo puts up the first out, and another strikeout for Sliz. Second on the day and only the 3rd batter faced. Catcher number 11, Connor Gayton's up to bat. A sac fly, and then a fly over to center, and a strikeout in his last at bat. Sliz deals. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. 0-1. A 1. Swing and a miss on 1 up high. Make that 0-2. And been tuning into the entirety of this. It's confirmed Spain is your 2026 World Cup champs.
Woo!
Defeating Argentina in extra time 1-0. Just too low on the 0-2 count. Make it 1-2. Fouled off. So it's stay 1-2. We'll do it again. But again, the last matchup we saw for Sliz. And that was the last matchup for the Muckdogs before the rain out yesterday, which canceled the Elmira game, which we'd have to travel to, which for me makes it slightly easier. 1-2, and that's another strikeout. This one looking against Connor Gaytons. Keep that number pumping up in the strikeout column. That's back-to-back, and first baseman number 22, Josh Bullock, up to bat. But again, as I was saying, July 17th was the matchup. Last matchup we saw Sliz. Only served 2 innings, coming in for relief of Noah Nix, who got the win. But 2 innings pitched, allowing 1 hit, no runs, no batters walked, 4 strikeouts across 7 batters faced, and 27 total pitches. The last matchup also July 15th for Sliz, so very quick turnaround in that Jamestown matchup at Jamestown, the one where they were able to secure the series 10-3. But in that matchup for Sliz, came in for relief for Eric Woodley, who we usually see being the closer, got the starting nod in a 7-inning stretch for him. But Sliz only servicing 1 inning, allowing no hits, no runs, 2 batters walked, 2 strikeouts across 5 batters faced. But if we turn our attention back to the count, it's 1-1. Sliz set deals, fouled off, make that 1-2. One, two is two down low. Make the 2-2. Two. Fouled off. Do it again. Oh wait, the baseball's gone.
Yeah, the baseball's gone. The baseball was gone on Friday.
Did you see it fall down?
Nah, it was just gone when the game started.
Someone must have taken it down finally. 2 outs, a 2-2 count for Sliz. Again, going against Bullock. Deals and has Bullock looking. Sliz gets an entire inning done himself. Strikeout swinging and 2 looking. Wraps up the top of the 7th. Sliz, just like that, only 5 batters faced. And he has 4 strikeouts on the day. That wraps up the top of the 7th.
Hold on a second, Chuck. Don't take my thunder away.
Well, but the top of the 7th comes to a conclusion. The bottom of the 7th right around the corner when we come back.
In support of the Batavia Muckdogs, we would like to thank these corporate sponsors and community partners. Alex's Place, Allegheny Farm Services, AmeriGroup, Arc of Glow, Ashley Furniture, Batavia Downs, Batavia Foot Care Center, Batavia's Original, Best Choice Heating and Air, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Von Traeger Auctioneer, Bourbon and Burger, Bright Path Kids, Bully Hill Vineyards, Burger King, Casella Waste, Salino Plumbing, Chaplain Valley Equipment, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Crosby's, Daily News, Dave's Ice Cream, Easttown Beverage, Eli Fish Brewing Company, Everdry Waterproofing, Farm Credit East, Burrell Gas, Ficarella's Pizza, Frank's Call Mr. Plumber, Freed Maxix, Genesee Community College, Geico, Local Batavia Office, Genesee County Chamber of Commerce, Genesee Lumber, Genesee Penny Saver, Go Health, Good Life, Graham Corporation, H.B. Hood, Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Ken Barrett Chevrolet, Leaf Guard, Liberty Pumps, Louis J. Lang and Sons, Massive Testing, Mental Health Association of Genesee and Orleans, Magaveros Automotive, M-Power Agency, Next Era Energy, Northside Deli, New York School for the Blind, Oak Orchard Health, Oakwood Hills, O-Aka Milk Products, Olacy's, Overhead Door, PNCG, Pellegrino Auto Sales, RFG Associates, Skyworks, Stan's Harley Davidson, Stop DWI, Suburban Propane, TF Browns, Tompkins Bank of Castile, Tonawanda Valley Federal Credit Union,
Toyota of Batavia, Trevor R. Rowley State Farm, Tri-County Auto Glass, Tully's, United Memorial Medical Center, UR Wilmot Cancer Institute, WBTA, Wright Beverage, and the YMCA. Thank you for your continued support of the Batavia Muckdogs.
And we are back. All you've missed so far is Reina's up to bat. 3-0 is the count for him. Cal Noonan still sitting on the mound for the Niagara Ironbacks, as right now they got to come back. The Batavia Muckdogs 5-0 right now. As that pitch, strike one, 3-1's now your count. Reyna 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out his last at bat. As that one swung over to right field. And the right fielder making the play. That being Jordan Gallo making the play. As Glenn Brooks now up to bat for the Muckdogs. Glenn Brooks 1 for 2 on the day also. Known for having the wheels on the team. Second in stolen bases on the team. And also third in the league with stolen bases, that being 27. As first pitch, called ball. That one swung on and missed by Brooks. Noonan throwing an off-speed pitch on him. 1-1's now your count. With 1 out, Cooper Russell sitting over on the on-deck circle. As that one called strike 1-2. Now the count. Noonan now deals Brooks. That one grounded over to the third baseman. Third baseman makes the throw, and the guy steps off. They call him safe. Brooks is now sitting over at first as Devon Madro makes the throw. And I believe that will be listed as an error. And yes, it is. It is going to be called an error on Devon Madro.
Again, 1 out, 1 man on. The first pitch is in for strike 1 on the lower end for Cooper Russell. So again, Glenn Brooks reaching first off the error. A 1 out from Reyna. It's a 1-1 count. As that gets by all the way to the backstop and a free base for Glenn Brooks. He's able to take on second as that pitch gets away from Gatens. And Noonan still pitching. His total count now surpassing 90. Two one. Won't go swinging, but make it 2-2 as it's still in the zone. Two count for Russell. Noonan deals, it's down low. Make this a full count. Full count, payoff, ball outside, and Russell taking first base. Puts 2 on for Batavia. Trying to take what's been given. As now this seems to be the end of the day for Cal Noonan.
Yep, coach is now coming out. We did see some action in the bullpen. Couldn't really find who the number was. We'll give that to you guys in in a second. But do you want to list off his stats, Grayson, as...
Well, that was the question. Or his pitch count surpassing 90.
Well, actually,
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think
we're not
maybe
seeing
just a
any
visit.
movement. I think they're sticking with him.
And they are. They're going to stick with him, surprisingly. But again, 1 out, 2 on. But again, 1 out, 2 on. They've been given an error and a walk from Cooper Russell on the payoff pitch. I don't know why I had to clarify payoff. I mean, could have just said full count. I don't know why I always criticize myself just while speaking out loud. But it's strike 1 for Cooper Romick, the catcher, number 47. He's 0 for 2 on the day. A fielder's choice and a ground out back to the pitcher. He'll get a hold of that. It's got to land shallow. And a diving snag by the left fielder for the out, Josh Bushin. Able to close the gap and make that out number 2. Almost, but not enough. It's 2 outs. And again, the spot where it was Jalen Roke in his spot is now number 7, Braden Redmond.
Redmond's played in 11 games and started in 7 with a 300 batting average, 20 at-bats, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 doubles, and 3 RBIs.
So the first pitch is ball 1 down in the dirt, and as these chances keep dwindling away. It's the bottom of the 7th, Jarrett.
Oh my goodness. I didn't think you changed it. That's my bad.
I did. That's my bad. I did communicate that to you. 1-1, but no false alarm. It is the bottom of the 7th. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine, you know.
I didn't tell you that, so that's also on me. But 1-1, 2 outs, 2 on. And number 7, Braden Redmond, coming in for Jalen Roke in the batting order. A 2-1 count right now. Redmond from Townsend, Delaware, Salisbury University, will swing on the 2-1. It's now 2-2, won't connect. Sitting at 6'2", 200 pounds, a freshman. It's one of the first, part of the first base rotation. Seen him a few times. But again, 2-2, we need him to get a hit here, as he will send this on a slow roller to the first baseman, and he can't collect it. Another situation that plays in the favor of Batavia. Why not one more? And the bags are loaded.
Dry grass keeps playing a factor in this game. Took an awkward bounce on that first baseman, and it just hit him straight in the chest.
And now up to bat, the designated hitter for today, Mason Davey, Rochester, New York native, Genesee Community College, standing at 6 foot, 190 pounds, and they need him now. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. You've been given how many cards? You can't let these opportunities get away from you. As that goes for ball 1 down low. Again, we already saw the talk on the mound with Noonan. So there is activity out there in the bullpen for the Ironbacks. But that won't go down as an error. Davey getting underneath it, shallow right field. It's got to drop, and it will. 1 comes in, 2 comes in, and that's how you can chip away at it. Mistakes. That is how you get it done. It doesn't have to be pretty, but 2 runs for Batavia, and they're able to take a sizable bite out of a 5-0 lead that the Ironbacks were holding.
And now the coach is back coming out. I definitely will say now that I think his time.
I think you would be right here.
Yeah, here comes somebody right now. We got it this
time. You
time.
can confirm that here. There was 3 guys out there over in shallow right field, and it was just a question of could they just miscommunicate, and it seemingly did, as first, second, and right field all in the area to try to make a play. And who was it? No one. No one makes a play on it. and it falls harmlessly to the ground. Because of that, 2 runners come in. Runners are on the corners as well. But a pitching change for the Ironbacks. As taken out is Cal Noonan. His stats, 6 2/3 inning pitch, 6 hits, 2 runs, none of those being earned. 1 batter walked, 4 strikeouts, 2 of those being looking, across 29 batters faced, and 103 total pitches. But in his place is Jaden Corpan. Jaden Corpan coming in for Cal Noonan.
He's made 8 appearances with a 2-1 record with a 5.73 ERA, 22 innings pitched, 31 hits, 17 runs, 14 of them being earned, 11 walks, and 10 strikeouts.
So again, here in the bottom of the 7th, he'll take on a 2-out situation with runners on the corners, following a, if you want to call it a bloop over to right field, which dropped down and resulted in a 2 RBI bloop for Mason Davey.
And we also were checking something else. We did get the confirmation. Jeremy Ramos is now pinch hitting for Kyle Vaughn. Ramos has played in 13 games, starting 12, with a .219 batting average, 32 at-bats, 6 runs, 7 hits, a double, and 7 RBIs.
Most likely replace him out there in left field as well for the game, but we will see as well. We won't get ahead of ourselves. 2 outs, 2 on. Can Ramos come in and continue things on? The Stony Point, New York native lines this over the head of the second baseman, over to shallow right, and it brings in 1 more. He will, the Stony Brook, New York native from Binghamton University. Jeremy Ramos gets a RBI single and makes this a 5-3 game.
Yeah, but usually the first pitch is the best pitch you see, and Ramos didn't take his opportunity, and he got a beautiful hit on it.
So we're back to the top of the lineup. Back to back hits. As much as they've been either beautiful or something that you kind of got away with, there's 3 hits in a row for Batavia. That's ball 1, and it's Jalen David. 4th go-round in the carousel, the top of the batting lineup. Here we go. Again, 2 on. Second and first both covered. As that punches the top right of the zone, moves the count 1-1. Over at first is Jeremy Ramos, and at second is Mason Davey. On 1, swing and a miss for David. It's 1-2. Again, David hasn't. No, excuse me, correction. Does have a hit on the day. It was a bunt, though, more specifically. So still in search of going with a swing, but a bunt is more or less still a hit in the books. 1-2. David trying to keep the party going. The pitch. And it's a hit by pitch. Got a reaction from everyone up here. Bases loaded. And it's shortstop number 2, Jackson Inman. Inman, 1 of 3 on the day. A single, a ground out over to first, and a strikeout looking in his last at-bat. But a new pitcher faced. We'll see if that changes the storyline with bases loaded and 2 outs.
Catcher did make a quick little timeout to call with the talk with the pitcher right now. As bases loaded, Jackson Inman, team leader in average, having this quick meeting to make sure they know what they can hopefully get by him. As again, Inman, best average on the team.
Statistically the best hitter, you are correct, and we need that We need the numbers to speak for themselves. That's what we need. Bases loaded, 2 outs. This is a hit by pitch from Jalen David, loaded the bases. He'll swing on the first one, fouled it off to the overhead concourse, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch, fouled off. It's now 0-2. Back-to-back foul balls. Set this game real close. Oh, 2, and that's outside. See Inman work the count or find the pitch he likes. One, two, Inman getting underneath it. It's high to center. Can he locate it? And he will. The Ironbacks secure the 3rd and final out at the bottom of the 7th, but not without allowing Batavia a chance to fight back and make this game a little closer. As it is 5-3, the lead has been chopped down to 2. As 2 more innings of baseball left to be played here on this Sunday afternoon. But again, we'll be right back in just a second to see how things unfold for the remainder of 2 more innings of baseball. In the top of the 8th, and things keep getting interesting as we have a pitching change for Batavia. In for Sliz is a man that we haven't seen quite some time out there on the mound, the big maple. Matt Marsh makes his return to the mound.
Marsh has made 2 appearances with a 3.18 ERA, 5.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 of them being earned, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts.
And lined on the first pitch right over to Cooper Russell, and he makes light work of that. You blink and you might have missed it. That's 1 out. Now to bat is number 14 extra hitter, Haas Fenwick. That was designated hitter number 23, Kieran Cutler, that was leading things off. To unfortunately just lined it straight out to Cooper Russell. Strike 1 against Fenwick. Fenwick 1 of 3 on the day. So that's high and outside for ball 1-1. Fenwick grounded out over to second, then a single, then a fly out over to center in his last at bat. Marsh set. High inside. Does avoid Fenwick, but Fenwick taken aback quite literally by that one. 2-1. Again, Matt Marsh did see him come in for a few pinch hits. This is the first time we've seen him in the mound since earlier in the season. That's 3-1. It was due to injury.
Yeah, this was all the way back, and like the first time they played only in Dwyer Stadium was the last time he's pitched in a game.
It's been quite some time. As that's driven foul, pushes the count full, but his return now coming at a very pivotal moment in this game against the Ironbacks. The Ironbacks in search of trying to fight within the playoff spot. Batavia, they're fighting for seeding. Two teams still having a reason to take home victory as that's fouled off on the payoff pitch. We'll do it again. So payoff again, driven foul once, twice. We'll do it again. We'll take you through Slizz's stats. 2 innings pitched, no hits allowed, no runs, no batters walked, 4 strikeouts, 2 of those being looking across 5 batters faced, and 21 total pitches. So Slizz making back-to-back-to-back appearances in games. He's boded well in all of them. Again, full count. Again for Fenwick. Marsh set, delivers, outside ball 4 and a walk for Fenwick. He'll be awarded first base, and it brings up shortstop number 18, Cooper Martin. Martin 1 of 2 on the day, a single, a strikeout, and then hit by pitch in his last at bat. Showing bunt and missing it, trying to take an early charge. But again, missed the bunt. Pickoff attempt from Romick over to first. Won't be able to catch Fenwick. Upstairs, moves the count 1-1. And Matt Marsh, number 21, playing for the wrong team as he's from Havelock, Ontario.
That's why it's called the Big Maple.
2-1, down in the bottom right. Yeah, but like, he's from Canada. Don't you think we should like banish him to the Ironbacks or something?
Nah, he deserves to be here. He's
I don't know. 2-1. And that's a hit by pitch. That's a hit by pitch. Guess he took his anger out. That one with two on first and second. Again, 1 out. Left fielder number 10, Josh Bushin, up to bat. Matt Marsh, though, from Havelock, Ontario, University of the Cumberlands. He's at 6'2", 195 pounds, a junior over there. Just through strike 1 against Bushin. Oh, 2. punching that in the bottom left. Oh, 2 pitch from Marsh. Dribbled over to Russell. Underhand toss to second. And called safe, set off the bag. And Coach Grant trailing from the dugout. He's going to go talk with Marsh. I mean, I don't know if you saw it, Jared. I couldn't see it behind Matt Marsh if his foot was on the bag from this angle. Did you see anything? It's a force out, so all he needs is the bag and set off the bag, really, from the infield umpire. And no discussion or anything from the Muckdogs dugout.
See, that's the thing. I would at least want a discussion between the umpires right now because every single play matters right now. And, yeah, I do not know if he stepped off.
I don't know. I couldn't see it from this angle. That's my thing. Matt Marsh was hiding the bag where he was standing in that play, and fortunately I didn't get a good point of view. Well, bases are now loaded with that call. It's Bush and reaching first off the fielder's choice. Center fielder number 10, Wes Thompson, up to bat. He's 0 for 1 on the day, a strikeout, and then been walked twice. Back-to-back full counts. But right now, as it stands, it's a 5-3 lead for the Ironbacks. Ripped past Evan Brock over the third base bag all the way out to left field. 1 comes in, 2 comes in, 3rd heading home. The throw from Ramos, and 3 runs brought in for the Ironbacks. It is now 8-3 here at Dwyer. A 3 RBI double from Wes Thompson, lining it over to the third base bag. Gets by Evan Brock with a diving attempt, stays fair, and goes all the way in left field, and a little too late as Ramos trying to collect it, but 1 comes in, 2 comes in, and 3. The 8-3 score with 1 on at second. And that wraps things up for Matt Marsh as Coach Gibbs coming in, and his day comes to a conclusion here in the top of the 8th.
Yep, so Garrett Beaver was one of the pitchers warming up. I wonder if he is the one that is coming in. We will see in just a second. And yes, it is number 15, Garrett Beaver, coming onto the mound.
So with that, we officially have a pitching change once more for the Muckdogs. This pitching change marks the 5th change this game alone. As Matt Marsh gets his ovation. Starting things up again was Gavin Chandler. Then his place, Irwin's Branch. Replaced by Jake Sliz, then Matt Marsh. And now I officially believe we have our final closer, number 15, Garrett Beaver, coming in to close out this game. And hopefully, maybe if the Bats can get back to where they were, they could fight back. Now they're down 5 runs once more as it's 8-3 coming into this pitching change. As we'll look through the stats for Matt Marsh. Only 1/3 innings pitched, allowed no hits. Excuse me. There we go. Matt Marsh, 1/3 innings pitched, allowing 1 hit, 3 runs, all 3 being earned, 1 batter walked, no strikeouts across 5 batters faced, and 17 total pitches.
And Beaver was another pitcher that pitched on Friday against Olean. closed out the game, but now he's got 17 appearances, 2-0 in the season with a 2.19 ERA, 3 saves in the season, 24 innings pitched, 16 hits, 6 runs, 6 of them being earned, 7 walks, and 29 strikeouts.
So again, that's number 15, Garrett Beaver. Coming in for number 21, Matt Marsh. Garrett Beaver from Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Salisbury, attending the College of Salisbury University, a senior over there, standing 6'3", 200 pounds. Again, replacing Matt Marsh. Trying to close things out where they are and keep the Ironbacks to their decent lead of 5, with only 2 more chances for the Muckdogs to fight back in this game. But we're ready, set to go here in the top of the 8th with 1 out, 1 on. Second is covered by the man who brought in 3 runs, Wes Thompson. It brings up the last man in the batting order, third baseman number 4, Devin Medore. Medore hasn't had a hit all day, 0 for 3. Fly out to center, reaching first off an error, and a strikeout as that's behind Medore. That one really getting away from Beaver. Not exactly sure what happened on that one, but all the way to the backstop allows Thompson to advance to third off the pass ball. But a 1-0 count. And that's lined right over to third to Evan Brock. Looked to make a play at Thompson, but Thompson sliding back and elects to just do the long toss over to first. Records the second out. So with that, we're back to the top of the lineup. Second baseman number 5, Carter Shin. Shin also without a hit on the day, walked and then a ground out over to third, a fly out to center, and a ground out into a double play. A 6-4-3. As it goes for ball 1 in his last at bat. Marking on the inside part of the zone, 1-1. Called outside, came across a little too far from the sidearm. A 2-1 count. This one coming across the plate, fouled off by Shin. It's 2-2. Two again, fouled off. Rinse and repeat, we'll do it again. Two. Pitch, swing and a miss on the outside. Brings an end to the top of the 7th. Again, the score 8-3. As 3 runs come in for the Ironbacks and regain their lead as is. But again, your score 8-3, 7 hits for both teams, 2 errors on both sides, is how it looks heading to the bottom of the 8th for these 2 teams in tonight's matchup. We'll come back for more when we're ready in just a few moments.
Welcome back to Muck Dog Baseball. This is a new voice. This is Mad Dog, and I am here with
Andrew. I'm the social media manager here.
And we got a new pitcher on the mound. We have Corpan. Oh, same pitcher. Sorry, not new pitcher. And up to bat, Evan Brock. As Grayson calls it, Mr. Reliable.
That is your RBI leader as he gets a single up the middle into center field.
Great way to describe that, Andrew.
Now up to bat, Braden Reyna.
Braden Reyna going to Fordham University. We're expecting a big hit out of this guy right now. Am I right, Andrew?
100%. Couldn't have said it better myself, Mad Dog.
Thank you. All right. First pitch incoming.
And the pitch.
Right through the gap. And Evan Brock at second. Reyna at first.
That was a great piece of hitting by Brandon Reyna. Jumped all over the first pitch right there. Hit the ball in between the second and first baseman.
And Andrew, I can't help to ask you, but what is your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal?
Yeah.
I would probably have to pick it's an old person one, but Raisin Nut Brand because it offers you great fiber.
Oh, and you know what? That's crazy because up to bat right now is Glenn Brooks, and that is his favorite cereal as well.
I beg to differ, but we'll see what he does here. He takes the first pitch low in the dirt.
In the ground. All right.
The 1-0 from Copan. In the dirt, 2-0. Three and 0, as that is inside on Glenn Brooks.
Unfortunately, Andrew, that was called a strike.
That was called a strike. Wow.
Yes, we've seen a lot of those today with this umpire.
That is very true.
But maybe he knows better than us. Yep, straight in there for strike two, Andrew.
Yeah, 2-2 here on Glenn Brooks.
All right, fouled off. Still 2-2. All right, count is 2-2. Glenn Brooks, pitching coming. Double play. Unfortunate there, Andrew, am I right?
Yeah, I was grounded right to the second baseman.
Not what we needed there, but
steps on two and throws it to
Cooper
first.
Russell coming up to bat now. Wanna dance in the light. Oh, well, we have a comment in the chat. It says, Mad Dog, what's your favorite cereal? Well, I'm glad you asked. And I'm not going to lie, my favorite cereal has always been and will always be Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's a good choice. It's a good choice.
Thank
It
you,
leaves
thank you,
nice
thank
cinnamony milk left over.
Yes, that's my favorite part. I actually drink it all up after. Some of my favorites.
I would hope so. You don't want to waste the milk.
No, can't waste milk.
Of course. 1-0 here on Cooper Russell.
Cooper Russell, going to Brown University, Ivy League school. Smart guy. And that's
Called a ball. 2-0
nice.
on Cooper Russell.
Perfect. That's what we like to see.
2 outs and 1 runner on third here in the bottom of the 8th. Low. 3-0.
Oh, how's it going, Lee Palmer? Everything's going good up here. Just making my debut in the broadcast with
Same.
my fellow guy, Andrew.
That is true. And the pitch 3-0.
Oh, and we got a walk.
Outside for ball 4.
All right, we got another question for you. What's your favorite food? What's like your go-to?
Oh. Well, Jer Bear is asking me an IRL question now, and it is.
Well, it's in the comments. So.
Oh.
Same person.
Well, it doesn't matter. My favorite. Wait, first of all, let me announce who's up to bat right now. We have Cooper Romick, number 47, from Sony Brockport.
SUNY.
Brockport.
It is SUNY Brockport.
There you go.
All right. Well, Jer, answering your question here. My favorite food. I would say that my favorite food is macaroni and cheese. Andrew, what about you?
My favorite food? Have to go with pizza. It's good old reliable.
Okay, pizza from Ficarella is our sponsor.
You know it.
There we go.
Great pizza. Pitch.
In there for strike.
In there for strike 1.
What's my favorite chess opening? So
0-1 here on Romick.
let's focus on baseball here,
On
guys.
the pitch. Swung on.
But my favorite
missed.
chess opening would
0-2.
probably be I don't know, Grayson, but great question. I'll probably just pass that question to my co-broadcaster, Andrew. What's your favorite chess opening?
I will be doubling it and giving it back to you because I do not play chess.
Okay.
But let's focus on baseball
Yes,
here, like
yes,
you said.
baseball. Wow.
Runners at the corners here with 2 outs. 0-2 on Cooper Romick. Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Well, that's unfortunate, guys. That will do it for me, Mad Dog, and Andrew. A pleasure broadcasting
Always
with
a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Ninth inning, one more chance for the Muckdogs to come back. They're down 5, 8-3 is the lead right now. But as this stands, we'll take another look on the other games going on. The Geneva Red Wings against the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. So given the scores right now, the Red Wings, they're helping us out as they lead 7-4 in the top of the ninth. No outs and 2 on for the Red Wings. So if that does stay, that would be, how do you say, simply just very beneficial.
And right now, Auburn made a little bit of a comeback against the Niagara Falls Americans. It was 4-0. It's now 5-4 for the Auburn Double Days, and that is in the top of the 7th.
So right now, Garrett Beaver will have the job of just holding the Ironbacks to a solid 0 runs scored here in the top of the ninth. But again, 8-3. Beaver, first pitch. Can't bring it back. It's ball 1. Leading things off for the Ironbacks is right fielder, number 12, Jordan Gallo. Gallo, 2 of 4, as that's outside for ball 2. 2-0. A single, an RBI double, infield pop fly, and a strikeout. That's what makes up his 4 at-bats so far. Beaver on the 2-0 as Gallo's swinging. That one coming across the plate. It's 2-1. What's up, Sean? Yeah, did leave us alone and still trying to bring it back. There's still plenty of game left. By plenty, I mean 1 inning, but 2-2. So not much, really, but never say never, as I like to say. Beaver deals. Driven back over to Cooper Russell. Able to close it down on his glove and make an easy put out over on first. It's 1 out. It brings up number 11 catcher Connor Gatens. Gatens has not secured a hit today. The sac fly flying over to center and back-to-back strikeouts in his 4 plate appearances. On deck, number 22, first baseman Josh Bullock. But first, swing and a miss for Gatens. Excuse me. Ball 1. It's 1-1. Beaver deals and dribbled foul. 1-2. And ball outside. Pushes it 2-2. Getting underneath that a little too high, though. Gatens shallow left, called off by Inman, who's able to secure it over in the shallow left field grass. And 2 outs now in the top of the 9th. So it brings up first baseman number 22, Josh Bullock. Bullock, 1 hit on the day. He's 1 of 3, a single, then a strikeout, walk, and a strikeout looking. So first pitch is strike 1. Beaver deals, ripped, gets by Redmond over at first, and all the way out to right field. Another hit recorded for the Ironbacks. That will put Bullock on first base. It brings up designated hitter number 23, Kieran Cutler. Just too low on the first pitch. Ball 1, 0-1-0 count. Swing and a miss. Make that 1-1. Too low, 2-1 count, blocked down by Romick. And little update, the Geneva Red Wings, top of the 9th, came and went. They were able to score 1 more. So Tarp Skunks are down 4. Again, bottom of the 9th against the Red Wings. Be a much needed help given how the score sits here at Dwyer. 2-1 inside, it's 3-1. The 3-1 cross the plate and in the zone, full count. payoff. And won't be able to punch this one in. It's going to be a walk. Now first and second covered by Ironbacks. Number 14, Haas Fenwick up to bat. One hit on the day, a ground out to second, then the single, fly out to center, and a walk in his last at bat.
And we are right now seeing a pinch runner happening over at second. So Josh Bullock is now getting off of second base. And Caleb Locatelli now sitting over at second.
It's interesting enough to see Bullock get pulled now after reaching second base. That's trailing foul. And yes, indeed, foul. Moves the count 0-1. So an 0-1 count for Fenwick. Snagged in the bottom left corner. 0-2 count for Fenwick. Beaver on the delivery. Swung and fouled from Fenwick. We'll do it again. Oh, 2 dribbled over to Evan Brock at third, and he'll hesitate, goes to first, but still able to beat him out. So the top of the ninth comes to a conclusion. It comes down to one last chance for the Muckdogs to try to bring it back. They're down 5, 8-3 is your score, and they need a rally desperately, at least, to have a chance. And Jarrett, we haven't had too much to really talk about. Give time really to talk about this game, and I'll hear your thoughts if you want the floor.
Well, it just started with that crucial error right there on Ramos that kind of started the run where they had to play behind, and when they finally started to come back, 5-3 was the situation. They got another bases loaded opportunity. They were able to cash in on it. As right now they're down 5. They have came back from leads like this before. It's something that they have done. Davies now coming out to bat, then Jeremy Ramos, and then it goes back to the top of the order. And right now, 24 still in. That's still... Is that somebody new?
Number 24, Nick Hayes coming in on the mound to close for the Ironbacks. So Corpan's day only comes...
Well, for right now, we'll talk about Nick Hayes' stats. He made 14 appearances, an 0-2 record, 3.72 ERA, 19 innings pitched, 16 hits, 18 runs, 8 of them being earned, 5 walks, and 5 strikeouts.
So right now on the other side, one important game that we've been keeping our eye out on all game is the Red Wings against the Tarp Skunks. 8-4 in the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs, no one on. And that would bring another loss to the Tarp Skunks. That would be pivotal, just given how this game stands here in Dwyer with the 8-3 lead for the Ironbacks. But the bottom of the ninth, the leadoff man is Braden Redmond.
My bad, I was a person off on when I said the next 3 up.
It's going to be like that. I don't think that's Mason Davey, but again, no outs. Redmond to lead things off for a charge at a late comeback. It'll foul off the first pitch. Closest this game was after the first inning with a 1-0 lead for the Ironbacks, which they then got 4 more in the top of the 5th, which it did look like it would be 2-0, but unfortunate error, which has been the storyline so far for this game, made it 5-0, and since then the lead for the Ironbacks was dwindled down to 2 with a 3-run chant, but then right back to where it was. 8-3 is where we stand. Fouled off, but unfortunately snagged by the catcher off the foul. The 0-2 brings up a very unique situation for an out, but again, 1 out.
As you also got official news, Jamestown lost the game 8-4 against the Geneva Red Wings.
So it's strike 1. Make that strike 2 now for Mason Davey. 0-2. But that's a huge win for the Red Wings and a huge loss for us, for the Tarp Skunks. It's the 0-2 for Davey. He gets underneath that to right. It'll go all the way to the wall. Davey going second. Finally scooped up. He's getting the signal to third. And slides in, and he's safe. A triple for Davey. Off the 0-2. A huge hit there. And the game stays alive for now. To bat number 31, left fielder Jeremy Ramos. Ramos swinging on the first one, gets by the first baseman, and he's held up for an RBI single. Back-to-back hits. It's now 8-4. So Batavia trying to get a rally going. Off the 1 out, they were able to perform back-to-back hits. And we're back to the top of the lineup. Jalen David, number 50. He's 1 of 4. 1 of 3, excuse me. Ground out over to short, a bunt, and then a fly out to left field, and then hit by pitch in his last appearance. On deck, Jackson Inman. We'll see if they can continue some momentum. They were down 5, it's now down 4. First pitch for Jalen David from Nick Hayes. Outside, ball 1. Can hear and see the crowd's impact. They are still here trying to get the Muckdogs to rally late. Pickoff attempt over at first, no good. Jalen David won't go swinging. It's ball 2. (2-0) in for strike 1. 2-1 count. Pickoff attempt once more over at first, no good. David sending this over to right and snagged for the second out. Ramos able to get back with 2 outs. A very late rally would have to brew here at Dwyer for Batavia to fight back. Number 2, Jackson Inman would have to start things off. Inman 1 of 3 on the day. That's called strike 1. Definitely low, but called strike 1. Called ball. 1-1 count for Inman. That's down in the dirt. Make it 2-1. And punching that in the lower end. 2-2. A 2-2 count. 2 outs for number 2, Inman. Hayes set. It's gone quiet. Deals. Inman getting underneath it. It's popped up to the outfield. And center fielder for the Ironbacks underneath it. Wes Thompson on the snag brings an end to this game. Your final score 8-4. The Ironbacks able to come into Dwyer and upset what was now at the 1 seed, the Batavia Muckdogs. But with the Tarp Skunks loss, they still sit at the 1 seed in the West Division. But a big loss for Batavia prevents them from extending their lead against the Tarp Skunks, but instead it'll just sit where it is, and a huge win for the Ironbacks as they try to fight in for the last 2 available spots within the West Division. Again, your score final 8-4, and Jared, take me through what we saw today.
It just was those 2 bases loaded opportunities that they had where they cashed in both those runs, one of them being a mistake by a fielder and the other one being a base hit. And right now, Niagara gets that huge win to try to get that playoff opportunity to be the 4th seed. As right now, if you're a Muckdogs fan, you're happy that Geneva did their job and beat the Jamestown Tarp Skunks, as they now still hold first. But it's now always got to be in your back and in your mind. Every game matters now as we get closer to the end of the season, as Jamestown is just breathing down your neck. It also comes down to which team do you want to match up against as the 4th seed right now. Niagara has won a few games against the Muckdogs, especially going over in Canada. They have swept Elmira in terms of the regular season, and then even Auburn is another opportunity. They still meet them twice, but now every game matters on where you want to stand in your 1-4 matchup, or who knows, maybe even your 2 versus 3 matchup.
Every game still matters. It doesn't matter that the Muckdogs are clinched. It's a matter of seeding for them. And for everyone else in the West Division, they're still playing their heart's content, whether they're in contention or not. 8-4 your final score here at Dwyer. Batavia falls to a record of 26-9-1. The Ironbacks advance to 17-16-1 record. But again, the errors coming into play as Batavia still out-hit the Ironbacks 11-8, but the errors being way too consequential to allow the Batavia Muckdogs to escape with a victory. So with this loss, They'll have just 5 more games left to be played within the regular season before playoffs, and we'll take you through the schedule before signing off. Tomorrow, a day off. Then on Tuesday, the 21st versus Newark. Wednesday at Auburn. Thursday versus Auburn. Friday at Newark. Then Saturday, firework night against the Niagara Falls Americans in the regular season finale. But that's your outlook for the rest of the games. And again, my name is Grayson Italian. Alongside me, color commentator Jarrett Campbell. We thank you for joining us on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Final score, the Ironbacks visiting Dwyer, 8-4 victory. It's been a beauty, and it's been a good one. But until Tuesday, we'll see you then. Good night, everybody.